Today's A Journey Through Aesthetic Realms will be presented in Gaelic and English, with subtitles in Arabic, Aulacese or Vietnamese, Chinese, English, French, German, Hungarian, Indonesian, Japanese, Korean, Persian, Portuguese, Russian, Spanish and Thai. Banach tí a lucht féachana glindracht, agus fáilte chuig A Journey Through Aesthetic Realms ar Supreme Master Television. Cuireann ar seo I láthair le gúnaí galánta, caite ag na rincóirí mórmhra Gaelach. Tarfamid cuairt ar toscart na hÉireann, ina luisfamid ar dús ó Miss Martha Robb, údar den leabhar Irish dancing costumes, féin éabhlóid den éadaí orthúla seo. Ansin búlfamid le Miss Jacqueline Kennedy Bohill, Bonahar de Belfast-based Elevation Design, a Ryan Phelan an Crehu Éilínta den Sehar Álín seo. Is tradiisiún na hÉirnig a bheith ag damhsú le ceol fidal géalgóireachta. Cé bheith acu a bhfuil sé ag occadaí néamh-úrala nó I rith taspáinte stáitsa. Tá áireacht na rince Gaelacht méadaithe ar a bhór sin lena cultúr damhsa fasínta. Fála mí a míis a níis, conas a tháinig chun cin na colatha fóráling seo tháina bhlianta ó Martha Robb.
My name is Martha Robb and I've written a book on Irish dancing costume, a chronological history from the late 1800s to the present day. It includes many photographs taken through that period, and they illustrate really the changes in design that have occurred over more than 100 years.
Os bhíonn chun gúna náisiúnta san úla a cruthú, spreadach colatha damhsa Gaelach ag rinne stileánta tradiisiúnta.
Irish dancing costumes really evolved as part of the Celtic revival movement in the late 1800s, beginning of the 1900s. The Denemer Guild was established in Dublin by Evelyn Gleeson and the Yates sisters. And it was involved in the production of really Irish costumes using indigenous fabrics. They drew inspiration from medieval and early Christian costumes, the brath and the lane. The lane originally in early Ireland would have gone a long dress down to the ankle, a tunic style of dress, and then the brath was a cloak style of garment which was attached at the shoulders with brooches, tara brooches, and their designs became popular and influential really in developing ideas of national costume. There was also rural dress, which also had influence on the development of a national costume. There was, for example, colleen style dress, which was really rural style dress going back to the 1800s. Girls wearing long skirts and petticoats and shawls.
Bhí na cruhanna toscanacht firtha, de bhréis agus fórbratha ag an ileáid dreithóirí éideach gan anam, a taspáint an nualéachtaí ag feis Gaelach tradiisiúnta nó ag féile cultúra.
Feshes included dancing competitions. And at these dancing competitions, there were prizes for the best dancer and for best dress of Irish manufacture. So really, as competitions for dance grew, Irish dancing costumes grew in popularity, and really the Irish dancing costume has developed since then over the years.
Sprague technolíireachta ré nua amsra, mar ábhar syntasach agus brothnéireacht inal. Bunrú chun fiabhas sa slí ina bhfuil colatha damhsa déanta agus leagtha amach.
Around the 1940s, textile technology developed and synthetic fibres were invented or were introduced. Fabrics such as Travera, Terylin, polyester, and more recently synthetic velvet has been used. So the fabrics have changed, and lighter fabrics could be used. Synthetic fabrics were easier to wash. Also the embroidery, from having initially maybe covered a small part of the bodice, a simple Celtic interlace design, this developed over time to include also the front panel, the skirt of the dress. And nowadays, a large part of the dress is covered with applique and embroidery, using multicoloured fabrics as well as multicoloured applique and stitching. So dresses have really evolved hugely since the early 1900s. In the early days, hand embroidery was simple Celtic interlace design. More recently, different types of designs have been used in embroidery motifs. One of these is illustrated in my book. Here, this is the Salmon of Knowledge. And the applique and embroidery takes up a large panel of the dress. Wow. And in this picture here, you can see a fiddle. Mm-hmm. We've also got a pair of dancing shoes. Other designs have included, for example, the cladder ring. Shamrocks have also been used in design, pots of shamrocks.
Le déanaí taspáin damhsa Gaelach I léirú mar river dance ina léirn still colatha níos shimplí.
In 1994, river dance was produced for the first time, which really captivated the world. River dance costumes were very different to the traditional Irish dancing costumes. They were much lighter, a lot simpler, and the dresses were shorter. River dance had an impact on the subsequent design of Irish dancing costumes, particularly in solo costumes. In Irish dancing, you have class costumes, which are worn by a group of dancers when they dance together, and solo costumes are worn by a dancer when she dances in solo dancing or dances alone. So many solo dancers in particular adopted the river dance style costume, although many solo dancers still preferred to wear the elaborately decorated costumes with the applique and embroidery.
Nuair a thugamish arás, Ryan Miss Jacqueline Kennedy Bohill as Elevation Design Lynn, conas a bhfuil colatha damhsa cruthaithe. Fannaigh túnta le Supreme Master Television le Bhuardal.
Quite a lot of work goes into the making of these dresses. It could take maybe 6 people almost 3 weeks to make one of these dresses.
Fáilte arás, chuig a journey through aesthetic realms ar Supreme Master Television. Léiríonn ar seo inniu an domhan thorcén do colatha damhsa Gaelach. Bula Mish Anish le Miss Jacqueline Kennedy Bohill an stúrathar cruthaíocht de Elevation Design. Ina bhfuil sé ina có bunathóir lena drefúr Una Kennedy Boyd.
Elevation Design specialises in the making and manufacturing of Irish dancing costumes, and we export them to many countries throughout the world. Well, the styles in dancing costumes are a little bit like fashion in that they're very varied. So we focus very much on what a person's body shape would be and try to come up with a design that will be flattering to them. We also bear in mind that we want to create garments that are easily danced in, because they must be fit for the purpose, so they have to have good ability to do very high leg extensions. So we make every day is different, and that's the beauty of this company, that every day we make a new creation.
Anish, Ryan Miss Kennedy Bohill Lynn, Conas of Will Guna Coriha or Kokap Gokriat.
In the first instance, we have the customer's preference, which gives us an idea of what the customer wants. And then we go from that to creating a pattern for the dress. Then we go to the graphic design that's going to be applied to the dress. And from that, the dress goes through the manufacturing process. And then eventually we box the dress up and send it to a person, and hopefully they'll have a very happy face when they open that box on the other side of the world.
Cé go bhfuil cruthíocht agus san ceapa bun úsacht le rá, is riartanach go láthair rialtaine áirithe.
There are certain specifications which we have to adhere to. For example, the high neckline and the long sleeves. Also, we're confined within the limitations of the overall length. I mean, the dress has got to be short, but not more than about 6 inches above the knee. So our designs have to be brought to within those parameters of the specifications within the different dance bodies. Another consideration for us is how the dress will look from a distance. So our graphic designs have to be quite bold, that they will be seen from a distance, but also we want the dress to look very pretty up close. Also, you'll notice the addition of crystals, which will catch the light when someone is performing on stage.
An sin, tá spáin Miss Kennedy Bohill Lynn, Conas of Will an Coincap Gréasa Coratha le Gúnaí Sonracha.
With this costume I have here, we have some lovely Celtic knotwork at the bottom, and we've tried to create almost a tie-dye effect with the colours going from dark into light. In order to make it contemporary, then the crystals are added, and also they give great stage appeal when the dancer performs on a huge stage. As you can see, the skirt part of this dress is very soft, and this is to allow the legs in dancing to move with ease. And also, because there's not so many stiffeners beneath this, it becomes very light. We still made an effort to make sure that the line of the dress is very front-facing to give major stage appeal, and also great detail on the bodice to elongate the torso. And again, we've got a very nicely shaped neckline on this. So all in all, I think the fabrics and the design that's gone under this dress is a winning combination and works very well. And I think the dancer will be very pleased with it. Whilst we hold a lot of importance for the front-facing view of the dress, the back is equally as important, and we take a lot of care and effort with trying to integrate a shawl on the back of the dress that will pick up on the colours and will also integrate with the entire dress and give the dress from the back a very finished look, because dancers move around the stage at very high speeds and they turn and spin quite a lot. One of the points to note with the dresses is the various fabrics used within the making of the dresses. We really go out of our way to source fabrics from all around the world that have a different look and appeal. For example, in this one we have a white striped fabric, very subtly striped. In this one, the fabric is of a crinkled kind of nature. And also we're using very rich and elaborate velvets to create different textures within the dresses. I think we've created some dresses that are works of art. The dresses are produced to the highest standards possible. The dresses from Elevation Design are totally unique. They're all made to measure, And it's a wonderful experience to be involved when customers have a smile on their face and accept their Elevation Design dress as a treasured possession.
Go raibh míle maithe agat Miss Kennedy Bohill agus Miss Robb an tradiisiún iontach agus seirbhíocht na colatha dása géalach a rinn filin. Go forbratha, coratha, santasach, álínta mar na gúnaí seo, síocháin agus toscanach cultúracht I meas daoine ar fud an domhain. Na bhreis ólas fé Elevation Design thar cuairt ar www.elevationdesign.ie. Tá leabhar Martha Robb Irish Dancing Costumes ar fáil ag www.amazon.com. A lucht fécana álainn go raibh maithe agat as út burléireacht malachach ar an episode de Journey Through Aesthetic Realms inniu. Tá vegetarianism, the noble way of living, le teacht tar éis noteworthy news. Buimish in sovnas falaha in rasa J oraf ar fa vursel. Artistic viewers, thank you for your charming presence on today's episode of A Journey Through Aesthetic Realms. Up next is vegetarianism, the noble way of living, after noteworthy news. Wishing you inner tranquility, bathed in God's grace throughout your days.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/MOS.